Hello guys. I've just come to Darlington 2 days back. If you saw my earlier videos, then you would know that I came here on Sunday and today is Tuesday, which means I went to work for just 2 days, technically 1.5 days because I came home today half day after lunch because as you can see, I am ready for another short trip to Birmingham where my friend Pragnya, as you all know, stays because there's a conference in Birmingham called Best Practice Birmingham, and it's a free conference for all healthcare professionals, and it is for 2 days. And I really wanted to attend that conference because it helps you get some CPD points, and also there were some topics of my interest, and also majorly because usually conferences are quite expensive, and some trusts don't provide a study budget for their trust grade doctors like mine, which I recently found out. And for you to match your criteria of a certain number of CPD points to get signed off by the end of the year, you would have to attend multiple conferences. And sometimes the conferences are extremely expensive. So I just wanted to utilize this opportunity of a free conference. So I'll take you guys along as always. And I know I told that I'll speak about the Royal College Conference in another video, so I'll club both these conferences and the experience that I had, and I'll make a proper video once I reach Birmingham. So now I'm heading to the train station because my train is in an hour. So see you all in Birmingham. Hi guys, I just reached Birmingham and I'm walking to my friend's hospital to collect the house keys from her because she's on nights today, so I'm gonna stay alone at her place and probably meet her tomorrow in the morning. Just reached my friend's place and look how beautifully she just arranged everything for me. Isn't that so pretty? Hi guys, so I'm ready for the conference. It's actually a 2 days conference, today and tomorrow, from 9 to 5. I need to take 2 trains to get to the conference, so I hope I reach on time. And as usual, it's raining outside and it's extremely cold. So yeah, I'm gonna leave now and I'll see you guys at the conference.
Thanks, Neil. So, hi, I'm Upasana. I'm a consultant in disease, and Parkinsonism is about the motor symptoms. It's what...
Hard to believe it. Where am I? What have I suddenly become? I plummeted. I can't sink any lower. Labelled mentally ill. Put and contained. A mental straitjacket. I can barely stand up. I cannot read. My eyesight is blurred. The nurses are kind, but I have an inner sadness, longing for the outside. I decide, if I leave this now, this won't count. This is just a nightmare. Leave now and you will be sectioned, I say. Medication makes me fat, slow, dull-witted, labelled self-indulgent by my professor. Nerve endings tingling with humiliation. Feeling cold and alone, stuck on a private island nobody wants to visit. Backs are turned, hostile stares. No one sees the real me. No one what's under this coke of insanity. Getting used to being ignored, settling for being misunderstood. Hurrah, how I cheer for this brave new thoughtful generation. Thank you, supporting and tolerating minorities, liberating us, cancelling prejudice. Thank you, new world. The end.
thank you so much for having me. Thanks for that great introduction. Or it can just be that there's less variety of the good bacteria. But skin is better, their gut function is better. So this for me is a real area of interest.
So as you heard, the talk today is about, a colleague is going to take over from me and talk about some of the tools that we've developed to actually
our own mental health, emotional health, our own well-being, our own resilience is so important to you. What comes to mind when you see that statement? We don't drown by falling into a river. We drown by staying submerged in it. Stressful. The way we process what is happening around us, the way we manage
babies where they're really colicky, unsettled for 4 months.
Are less likely to receive it. And sadly, in the 50 years that have elapsed since this has been going, have we improved? Probably not.
Hi guys, so I am back from the day one of the Best Practice Birmingham conference, and I just wanted to quickly record a recap of what all happened today and what all I've seen before I forget and while it's still fresh on my mind. So this conference is at the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham, the NEC, and it's basically in one hall, which is a huge space, and the circumference of which is basically lined by 6 theaters where 6 sessions simultaneously go on throughout the day, and you can choose which session you want to go to according to the schedule and your interest and the relevance to your current job. And there were quite a few interesting sessions, but to break it down, 2 of those theaters were GP clinical practice theaters. One was entirely dedicated to diabetes, and one was about orthopedics, and one was about nursing, and then another pharmacy. So I quite enjoyed it. I had no expectations because this is my first time going to a best practice conference, and it was a very last minute plan. Firstly, the first thing I want to tell you is it's a free conference, so any registered healthcare professional can register for it for free. And secondly, you do get up to 12 CPD points. So how the CPD points are calculated is basically based on the time that you've sat for each session. So basically they scan the barcode on your delegate card for every session at entry and exit, and then based on that calculation they're going to send you your CPD points. So some of the sessions I've attended 7 sessions in total today. Actually I was supposed to attend 8, but I missed one during lunch because there was no enough space in the hall and they don't allow anybody to stand. Apparently for fire safety reasons. Anyway, so some of the sessions that I've seen were about how to better manage patients with Parkinson's disease. There was one on cow's milk allergy in children, and there was one about the role of lifestyle modification in managing type 2 diabetes, about well-being and resilience, and the importance of mindset, especially when the burnout rate is so high in the healthcare professionals in the UK and in general all over the world. And there was another one which was quite interesting. It was about the gut-skin axis. So it was mainly about the microbiomes in our gut and how one affects the other. I will include a little bit from each session following this. I've taken small clips of each session, and the well-being and resilience session and also the gut skin axis, these were 2 of my favorite sessions. And apart from that, apart from the 6 theaters where the sessions were going on, in the entire hall, apart from the circumference of the hall, there were rows and rows of stalls of pharmacy companies or any medical technology companies, solicitors, and a few other miscellaneous things, which was quite nice. It was like a medical fair. It was my first time attending such a thing, and they gave out a lot of freebies. For example, I'll show you. Although out of all the freebies, the highlight has got to be this. So it's a CeraVe and La Roche-Posay hamper, if you can call it that. So they gave 4 products in it: the CeraVe moisturizing cream, the Effect Duo. I'm sure most of you have heard of these. they are quite expensive. So they made sure they signed on our delegate card so that a person cannot keep coming and taking them again and again. And this is the Ultra Repair Cream, and this is Vichy, I don't know how to pronounce this, but I've seen this brand a lot in the UK. This is the anti-dandruff shampoo by them, which has selenium and salicylic acid. So needless to say, the longest line was in front of this stall. And apart from this, there are a bunch of notebooks that were given by different people, and a ton of pens, which, let me tell you, is very important because all of us know how often and how easily we keep losing our pens, especially while working on the wards. And this is all the reading material, all the patient leaflets and all the information leaflets about different things, which was quite interesting. I'm actually looking forward to reading all of these. And something really useful was there's a stall by the General Medical Council, the GMC, as well. And if you're working in the UK, I'm sure all of you know about the good medical practice, which is sort of like the standard that each doctor is required to follow in their practice. And it has been recently updated, and I think from the end of January next year, the good medical practice 2024 is going to come into play. So I actually got the hard copy, which is much more convenient to read. So I quite like this. There's also a coffee mug by the General Medical Council, and also this cute notebook with a pen on the side. And yeah, this is about it. This is day one at the Best Practice Birmingham conference, and also I will take you along tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is the second and the last day of the conference, and for anyone who found this to be interesting and who are looking for a free conference where you can get in some CPD points as well as enjoy and expose yourself to a lot of different things that are happening in the NHS, then this is a good chance. And I've seen today at the end of each session that apparently next year it's going to happen in the end of February in London. So I think you can look it up and register as soon as possible. It's free anyway, so you can just plan ahead and attend that. Hi, I also want to touch upon a little about the RCPE IMG conference that I've attended last week when I was in Edinburgh, the Royal College of Physicians conference for international medical graduates, where they have given this lovely tote bag, which I took it with me today for this conference. So I really found it useful. It is not a free conference, so I'll begin by saying that. I paid £50 for it, but I found it to be very useful because it was aimed at doctors who have newly joined the NHS, and there were some great sessions. And if I had to pick one session, my favorite would be the GMC session, because the person who gave the talk, he is a GMC liaison advisor. He sort of burst a lot of myths surrounding the GMC, because I'm sure the IMGs can relate when we come from a different country to the UK, which has a lot of rules and regulations, and the whole practice is quite by the book and quite strict, even in terms of documentation, legal action, etc. It can be quite overwhelming and scary. And whenever we saw or read about GMC, and even when we prepared for PLAB 2, it was all patient-centered and patient-centric approach. So somewhere it is possible that the doctors could feel that the GMC is not working for them, or that they may be taking the side of the patients more than us. So these kind of myths have been busted in that session, and it felt good. It felt good to know that they are not working against you, but they're working with you. And it was also good to get a reality check and the numbers regarding how many investigations actually take place against doctors and how many licenses actually get erased, which is actually a very, very tiny percentage. So I feel we unnecessarily tend to sort of stress about it, or we hear things from different people and assume things. So it was nice to hear someone bust all these myths, someone who is from the GMC. And I've also spoken to him after the session, and it was quite nice. And we were also talking about the Welcome to the UK practice, the workshop, the 3 hours workshop that you either do online or in person. I did that before I came to the UK and after I got my job, and I'm going to do it again next month. For anyone joining the NHS newly, I would really suggest that you attend that workshop, because it's quite interactive and helpful. And also I heard that apparently people do it 3-4 times so that you really knock those things into your head. because it does take some time and practice to adopt all these principles and rules and try to navigate your practice accordingly. So yeah, these were the two conferences that I attended in the UK in the span of 2 weeks. The Royal College of Physicians Edinburgh International Medical Graduates Workshop and the Best Practice Birmingham Conference. So I've loved the experience of both of them, and I look forward to going to more conferences, and whenever I do, I will take you guys along. Please let me know if you guys know of any conferences, free or paid, preferably free, because my trust doesn't provide a study budget apparently. But if there is something that's not free but really interesting, I would love to know that as well. Please put the names in the comments below, and I hope you get to attend one of these conferences soon. Bye. Hello guys, this is day 2 and luckily it's not raining today, and my train is in 20 minutes, so let's get cracking.
Clinical practice every day, and we achieve this by using the Live Well with Pain 10-foot step.
Brain, okay, and this increase the state and reduce the hunger.
I know we need to do much better in that.
Everything is controlled and stems from food. But all of those questions, and I will tell you, you don't need to be able to read all of them. They are things like, should I binge? Should I restrict? Should I exercise? What will people think of me? What will my boyfriend think of me? And
I hope you stay refreshed throughout the day. For this next session, I'm really excited that
those changes have to be persistent for 3 months or more.
Hi guys, I'm back home from the day 2 of conference with a lot of freebies again. Anyway, so the conference was a really good experience according to me, and I think whoever is a doctor in the UK and wants some free CPD points and a good experience should definitely go to the next one happening in London in February. And yeah, if you've seen the video till now, then thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.